Welcome, sports fans, to DDM Sports Central, your home for authentic and exciting global sporting stories. It was all drama at Old Trafford in the UEFA Europa League in the game between Manchester United and Olympic Lyon. We will bring you the juicy details as the program progresses. Also on the menu, FIFA celebrates Finidi George on his 54th birthday. How? We'll find out. NFF, please take note. The Flying Eagles are getting set for the Under 20 Africa Cup of Nations. The Flamingos, on the other hand, face Algeria in the final round of qualifiers for the FIFA Under 17 Women's World Cup. Plus, we've got fixtures from major football leagues. So sit back, relax as we take you on a jolly ride through the world of sports. Do not go anywhere. This is DDM Sports Central. We will be right back. Welcome back, and so we begin today's edition with the UEFA Europa League. It was a good night for two English club sides in the Europa Cup, as both Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United secured their spots in the semi-finals. Dominic Solanke's first half penalty and Tottenham a 2-1 aggregate win over Eintracht Frankfurt. The first leg had ended 1-1 in England, and one would have thought it was going to be difficult for Tottenham to grind out a result, but they did. Athletic Club defeated Rangers of Scotland 2-0 to move into the semi-finals on a 2-0 aggregate scoreline. It was very close between Lazio and Bodo Glimt as the game went into penalties. The first leg had ended 2-0 in favor of Bodo Glimt, surprisingly for me. But Lazio fought back really hard to beat Bodo Glimt 3-1 in Italy to force the game into penalties. I wouldn't have thought that Bodo Glimt would get to this stage, let alone eliminate Lazio. Anyway, Bodo Glimt held their nerves as they beat Lazio 3-2 on penalties to advance into the semi-finals. Like I said earlier, it was all drama at Old Trafford as Manchester United had to grind out a 5-4 victory over Lyon. No, that was not the aggregate scoreline. That was the second leg scoreline after full time and extra time. The Red Devils took the lead through Manuel Ugarte in the 10th minute. Diogo Dalot made it 2 for United in the first half stoppage time. And it looked like it was going to be a cozy ride for the Red Devils into the semis. The Ruben Amorim sides headed into the first half with a 2-0 lead. But in the second half, Corentin Tolisso pulled one back for Lyon to give the visitors hope in the 71st minute. Take note, in the 71st minute. Just 6 minutes after that, Lyon got the equalizer through Nicolas Tagliafico. And it was 2-2 at the time. Tolisso, the goal scorer, was sent off in the 89th minute for a second bookable offense, so that Lyon was down to 10 men as the game entered extra time. Lyon did not in any way look like they were one man down as they scored 2 goals in the first half of extra time. Watching that game, you wouldn't even be able to tell that Olympic Lyonnais were down by 1 man. Ryan Cherki made it 3-2 for Lyon in the 104th minute, while Alexander Lacazette, former Arsenal player, made it 4-2 via a penalty in the 109th minute. With 6 minutes of the second half extra time remaining, it looked impossible for Man U to get anything out of the game. I even saw a little boy in the United stands crying, and I felt so sorry for the boy. But like they say in football, just anything can happen. And in fact, something did happen, as Casemiro was fouled in the box for a penalty, which Captain Fantastic Bruno Fernandes slotted home to make it 4-3 in the 114th minute. It's usually 120 minutes, so watch out. At the stroke of 120 minutes, Kobe Mino kept his cool in the opponent's box to curl home the equalizer. It then looked like the game was heading for penalties. But no, Man U was not done yet. The Ferguson time came into play. As this time it was going to be Amorim time. Casemiro sent in a cool cross to find Harry Maguire to intelligently head home the fourth goal and the winner for Manchester United. The goal left the goalkeeper rooted to the spot and sent the fans in the stadium into wild jubilation. I can only imagine the excitement in that little boy's face. So, as it stands, the semi-final pairings will see Athletic Club take on Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur take on Bodo Glimt. The semi-final first leg games will take place on Thursday, May 1st, 2025. For the UEFA Champions League, where we know the semi-finalists already, we brought you the reports live here on DDM Sports Central, where we discussed especially the Arsenal game with our Alhaji Prophet Ibrahim. We brought you the reports about that game. The semi-final first leg games of the UEFA Champions League will come up on Tuesday and Wednesday, April 29th and April 30th, respectively. For the top scorers of this season's UEFA Champions League so far, we have Serhou Guirassy of Dortmund leading with 13 goals. Rafinha of Barcelona is close second with 12 goals. Harry Kane of Bayern Munich is tied with Robert Lewandowski of Barcelona with 11 goals. Both Rafinha and Robert Lewandowski of Barcelona have the chance to get the Golden Boot award. But then Harry Kane and Guirassy are out of the competition. Guirassy will only be hoping that Rafinha and Lewandowski don't find the back of the net by the end of the competition. But for the Europa League, we have 4 players tied on 7 goals. So the Golden Boot is tied around these 4 players, but then some of them have left the competition. The 4 players tied on 7 goals are Ayub El Kabi of Olympiacos, they're out. Barnabas Varga of Ferencváros also has 7 goals, they're out. Janis Ikaunieks of RFS, out. Kasper Hag of Bodo Glimt, who is still in the competition. In fact, Kasper is the only one in the competition and has the chance to increase his goal tally. Now, with the UCL and UEFA Europa League taking a pause, the major football leagues are back with exciting fixtures this weekend. Here are some EPL fixtures. Brentford will host Brighton. West Ham will entertain Southampton. Everton will welcome Manchester City. Somehow you think Manchester City will sneak themselves into that top 4 somehow. Crystal Palace will entertain Bournemouth. Aston Villa, after narrowly losing out of the UEFA Champions League, will host Newcastle. If many of us remember, Aston Villa were this close to qualify for the next stage of the UEFA Champions League. Ipswich Town will welcome high-flying Arsenal, who didn't leave any room to come back to in the UCL for the comeback kings Real Madrid earlier in the week, beating them home and away. Manchester United, still basking in the euphoria of the glorious comeback in the UEFA Europa League. UEFA Europa League game against Lyon will hope to put more smiles on the faces of their fans when they welcome Wolves. Fulham will welcome Chelsea. Leicester City will host Liverpool. Tottenham will host informed Nottingham Forest. In the Italian Serie A, we have Lecce versus Como. Napoli, who are current league leaders at the moment, will travel to face Monza. Roma will entertain Verona. Empoli will welcome Venezia. Bologna will take on Inter Milan, who are into the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. AC Milan will host Atalanta, featuring our own reigning Africa Footballer of the Year, Ademola Lookman. I beg more continues to give her the flowers. You know, easy to be Africa Footballer of the Year. Torino will face Udinese. Cagliari will welcome Fiorentina. Genoa will take on Lazio, while Parma will welcome the old ladies, Juve. We come back home to the Nigeria Professional Football League, the NPFL. where the People's Elephants in one of the games scheduled for the weekend, they will take on Canopilas. That game always turns out to be an exciting fixture. Katsina United will take on Abia Warriors. Niger Tornadoes will see how they will blow away by Elsa United. El Academy Warriors will show their strength against informed Ikorodu City. Relegated Lobby Stars will see some, pride left in their glory as they welcome Enugu Rangers, who last weekend lost to Heartland of Owerri. Rivers United will face Sunshine Stars. Heartland of Owerri will face Kwara United. It will be a battle of stars when Shooting Stars take on current league leaders Remo Stars. Plateau United will host Aqua United. Bendel Insurance will see how much they can insure when they face Nasarawa United. Now we go to Finidi George. A few days ago, we celebrated him. World Football Governing Body FIFA joined Nigerians in celebrating Finidi George's 54th birthday. Now we go to the Flying Eagles. Head coach of the under 20 team of Nigeria, Aliu Zubairu, has unveiled a strong 24-man squad for Nigeria's campaign at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations for the under 20 that will take place in Egypt. He has key names like first choice goalkeeper Ifeanyi Hakot, captain and defender Daniel Bameyi, midfield dynamo Suleiman Alabi Jojo, and prolific forward Parabo Arieri making the list. Also included in the list are overseas-based talents such as defenders Adamu Megeri and Emmanuel Chukwu from Germany. Midfielders Caleb Ochediku from Croatia and Simon Kletus, as well as forwards Clinton Jefter, Divine Olise, and Precious Benjamin from Germany. The seven-time African champions, who are also two-time FIFA on the 20 World Cup runner-up. I remember that of Mikel Obi those days when they lost to Argentina, painfully so. The under 20 team will depart Nigeria on Sunday ahead of the tournament, which kicks off in 10 days. They will play a few warm up games before clashing with Tunisia in their opening Group B game in Cairo on Thursday, May 1st. Zubairo led boys will then face Morocco on May 4th and wrap up the group stage games against Kenya on May 7th. The top four teams of the tournament will secure automatic qualification for the 2025 FIFA Under 20 World Cup in Chile, scheduled from September 27th to October 19th, 2025. Now for our last story of the day, the Flamingos, the national under-17 female team. The Flamingos are getting set to take on the national under-17 female national team from Algeria this weekend. The game will take place at the Remo Stars Stadium, Ikene Remo. It is the final qualifying round of games for the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, which will hold from October 16th to November 3rd in the Dominican Republic. Okay, I said that was the last story. I should take us a little bit into swimming. At least let's give room for other sports. The Nigeria Aquatics Federation, in collaboration with the National Sports Commission, has announced the staging of the National Junior Swimming Championships, themed Swim for Life. It is set to take place from April 22nd to 25th, 2025 at the MKO Abiola National Stadium Package B Swimming Complex, Abuja. This milestone event aims to nurture and showcase the next generation of swimming talents in Nigeria, welcoming young athletes aged 8 to 14 from across the nation and beyond. Participants from states, clubs, and swim academies will compete in the range of swimming disciplines, including freestyle, breaststroke, backstroke, butterfly, individual medley, and relays on world class. 50-meter long course certified by World Aquatics. Speaking ahead of the event, Chief Mrs. Chinonye Dafe Aliu, president of the Nigeria Aquatics Federation, emphasized the importance of the championship. She said the event is a movement aimed at promoting water safety, encouraging early participation in swimming, and building a culture of excellence in aquatic sports. She believes every child should learn to swim, not just for competition purposes, but also as a life skill. I won't tell you lies. I don't know how to swim. I dey fear water. But I'll learn it. I'll learn it. I'll learn it. With this story now, I'll go home. I'll try my best. I'll learn it. With that sports story, we have come to the end of today's edition of DDM Sports Central. I hope you enjoyed all that we brought for your viewing delight on this edition. Do not forget to like, share, comment on today's edition of the program and on previous editions. Do not also forget to follow us on social media handles. On Instagram, we are at Diaspora DM. On Twitter, at Diaspora DM. And on all other social media handles, we are Diaspora Digital Media. Subscribe to our YouTube handle, Diaspora Digital Media. Until I come your way on another edition of DDM Sports Central, I remain your host with the sparks. You have a lovely and sporty day ahead. Bye.